Hello, world builders, and welcome to Fire the Movement. If this is your first time here, my name is Samalola Oyewumi, fondly called Lala Wealth. I am the Wealth Empowerment Voice for professionals and the founder of the Fire the Movement. This is where I help driven professionals stop relying on hope and start building wealth with clarity, with structure, with intention, with system. And if you're part of the community already, welcome back. You are in the right place if you are tired of dreaming without result and you are ready to turn your vision into real financial progress. So now let's talk about something many people avoid, but almost everyone experiences it. Why do so many vision boards look so beautiful year after year, but the bank account looks the same? You call the pictures, you say the affirmation, you believe, you cut up all those pictures, yet by February, inspiration fades and frustration quickly takes its place. The vision board can inspire you, but it cannot execute for you. So in today's video, I am going to show you how to turn your dreams into numbers and turn that numbers into results so that 2026 is not another year of hoping. It's a year of building. So here is the uncomfortable truth most people will not tell you. Inspiration without system turns into disappointment, turns into dissatisfaction. And this disappointment, if it is unchecked, this one it turns into quiet shame. And that moment when you stop talking about your goals, not because you stop dreaming, but because you are tired of explaining why nothing changed. So today we are going to fix that. The first point that I want to share with you today is vision without system is just decoration. We're talking about why your vision board is not working. So you want to turn your vision board into real result. I'm going to say it with law. A vision board is that a picture of plan that you have not yet executed. A vision board itself, it's not a plan. Most professionals, most professionals do vision once a year, January energy, new year, new me, write all of their goals and all of that. But they never do review weekly. And that is where we have to put a system in place. If nothing changes, no weekly check-ins, no monthly check-ins, then your vision at the beginning of the year is just going to be looking back at you, just looking at you, because nothing is going to change. In Get Fired Up, I wrote that faith without structure leads to frustration and vision without execution leads to delay. We don't want delay anymore. We are not hoping anymore. We are putting a structure in place. We are putting a system in place so that we can get result. And the fired up difference is structure, is you tracking, is you executing, because you cannot build wealth in confusion. Let's talk for a moment. Let's have this real talk for a moment. If your vision board says freedom, but your money has no system, you are just collecting images and you're calling it faith. You have to put a system in place. Faith requires still worship. I'm going to share this practical move with you. If you want to turn this vision into something that you're going to be, there's going to be a real result, I want you to choose one goal from your vision board right now. Not two, not three, just one vision, just one goal on your vision board. Then finish the statement with, by December 2026, I will have this so that I can achieve this, or so that I have this. For example, let me say that by December 2026, I will have $10,000 a month in diversified income so that I can design my work schedule around my life, not the other way around. Do you notice how the goal is clear, is measurable, and is connected to a real life outcome, not just a feeling? Another example that I will say is by December 2026, I will have $120,000 saved and invested so that I can take extended time off and be fully present with my family without worrying about income. This is no longer a wish. This is a plan. So if you cannot finish that sentence clearly, the sentence that said by December 2026, I will have blank, so I can blank. If you cannot finish that, then your goal is still a wish. It's not a plan. So you have to make a plan. You have to make it clear so that it becomes a plan. The second thing is dreams must become numbers. So you want to turn those goals into real numbers. And it's going to be real. The moment they become measurable, then it's now real. Then you can measure it. Your dreams become executable when it can answer 3 questions. How much, by when, from where? How much, by when, from where? Let me show you what this looks like. So travel more. It's not a plan. If you write in your journal that I would like to travel more, that is not a plan. But if you turn that goal and say that I have 12,000 for travel by July 2026, that is a plan, right? You are saving up 12,000 for travel by July 2026. That is a plan. Another example is buy a home. And you write there, I buy a home. That is not a plan. But if you can write and say in your journal and your part of your goal is 60,000 down payment by March 2027, that is a plan. That is a plan. $60,000 down payment by March 2027. That is a plan. Another example is quit my job. Quit my job is not a plan. But several $1,000 runway fund covering 12 months of expenses is a plan. And this is where most people stop because numbers feel confronting. But numbers are not judgment. Numbers are clarity. It's going to help you. And I have a studies by Dominican University that says people who write down specific goals are 33% more likely to achieve them. So when those goals are tracked weekly, the likelihood that that goal is going to get achieved increases by 33%. Right? So let's say that your vision board says freedom. Cool. Freedom costs money. If your monthly expenses are 6,000, guess what? 1 year of freedom costs $72,000. Now we have a number, we have real numbers. And once we have a number, we can build a strategy around it. That is what I teach inside the book Get Fired Up. Inside my book, Get Fired Up. Yes, 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 yes. Dream stays emotional until you give them numbers. Numbers turn hope into a plan. So you want to give that dream work to do. Turn it from it being emotional and turn it into real numbers. The third thing that I want to highlight in today's conversation is habits must match the vision. The habits must match the vision. Now, let me tell you something that might sting a little, but it will set you free. Your habits are your real vision board. My habits are my real vision board. What I do every day, every single day, these are my real vision board. So if your daily, weekly habits do not support your future life will remain a fantasy. It remains a fantasy. It remains emotional. Dreams and never come to fulfillment. No amount of manifestation, no amount of confession and affirmation that you can do that can outwork misalignment. 3 habits that I would say that, yes, that this is going to help you. 3 habits that will turn your vision into wealth. Number 1, your weekly money check-in. I call it in my book, wellness check, right? Once a week, you want to track what comes in, what goes out, and you want to decide on what you need to adjust. What grows where attention flows. Wealth grows where attention flows. So the second habit is automation. You want to automate your savings, your investments, your bills. You want to automate your freedom fund. And that's one I am working on this year, this coming 2026, my freedom fund. I want to automate it. If it is not automated, it becomes optional. And if it is optional, it becomes inconsistent. And automation removes emotion from money. So if you know that as money is coming in, 10% goes, 20% goes, irrespective of what and the amount that comes in, this amount that goes out is automated. Then you remove the emotion and it goes. The third habit is the income expansion strategy, not 10 scattered side hustle, just one clear move to raise your income ceiling. What skill do you need to put in? What system? What scalable stream? Just one stream. This is where FIRE accelerates. Financial independent retire early. FIRE. We talk about FIRE a lot in our community, right? And that is what we stand up, fired up, fire up, financial independent retire early. That is what help you to accelerate your FIRE journey. What skill, what system, what stream of income do you need to establish? One, not two, not 10. Let's start with one and establish that so that it can accelerate that journey. Let me give you a simple framework that you can reuse every year. Every year you can reuse this framework. It's called Vision to Dollar Ladder. Vision to Dollar Ladder. Number one is vision. What do I want? What do I want? The second thing is numbers. What does it cost? What do I want? What does it cost? The third thing is system, and I hope you're writing it down. Vision, numbers, system. The system is how does it get funded automatically? What system do I need to build around what I want, around my goal? Then the third thing is review. How do I stay consistent? What accountability do I need? Who do I need to, speak to? What accountability do I require? How can I stay consistent? And then the fifth thing is stream. How do I accelerate the timeline? How do I accelerate the timeline? So 5 framework, the very small, tiny framework that you can keep using every year. Vision to dollar ladder. Like, what do I want? What does it cost? How does it get funded automatically? Then review. How can I stay consistent? And then how do I accelerate the timeline? So your vision, your numbers, your system, your review, and the stream. And this is the shift that I want you to feel today. You do not need a more aesthetic board. You need a more accountable system for you to achieve your goal this coming year. Your dream life is not waiting on a miracle. It is waiting on a method, on a system. So let's make this very interactive. I want you to drop one thing on your vision board for 2026. So tell me the estimated dollar amount that you think it's going to require you to get that thing, right? Even if it's what guessing or if you are guessing, I just want you to start because clarity begins with honesty. So before we close, I want to leave you with this. Your vision board, it's not failing because you lack faith, not because you lack confidence or because you lack affirmation and declaration. It is not failing because you are not disciplined. It is failing because your dream requires system. Your dreams require system. So in Get Fired Up, in my book, I wrote that a dream that is not funded will eventually be abandoned. A dream that is not funded will eventually be abandoned. Not because it is not, it is impossible, but because it was unmanaged. So you want to manage your dream. You do not need another year of inspiration. No, this year is not another year of hoping. Yes, it's good to hope, but we have to put in the work. We have to steward the faith. We have to steward the resources. You need clarity. You need numbers. One intentional system is what you need that works even when motivation fades, because motivation is going to fade. All this new year, new me thing is going to fade. You enter February, March, and life is going to like life is going to face us. And then no more motivation, but your discipline, the numbers that you have, your goals that you've already written, you already have that clarity. These are the things that is going to help you. And if you are ready to stop collecting dreams and start funding them, I invite you to book a complimentary 30-minute Fired Up strategy call where we are going to take that one goal from your vision board and we're going to convert it into clear number, a simple system, a realistic income move. And then you're going to do the fire readiness assessment to see where you are on that journey. And we're going to distill it. We're going to set up a real plan, your 90 days, your 6 months plan, your 1 year plan, to your fire. we're going to set it up. So I want you to book a call. We'll take that one goal, we'll take that vision, we'll help you break it down, and then we'll get ready for 2026. If you want a step-by-step framework to guide you, grab this book. This book is going to help you get fired up because it was written to help you design wealth on purpose, not by accident. You are going to design your wealth on purpose, intentionally, not by accident. And then also, if this message resonates with you, I wanted to like this video. I wanted to share with someone who needs to hear it. And I wanted to subscribe because this channel is for you. It's for people who are done hoping. You are done hoping. You want to put in the work. You are ready to build because you are a wealth builder. You are the fired up squad. So until next time, I wanted to stay focused. I wanted to stay intentional and I wanted to stay fired up. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. God bless. Bye for now.